Hey guys, Tristan Ogilvie here, joined by a very special guest, the Jez, like the Stig.
Very similar.
A better driver. We are here, this is actually the first in a 4-part series on IGN. IGN's Destiny Sherpa School, where we take a lapsed Destiny player, being myself, and I get back into the game via the help of a Destiny expert or Sherpa.
Veteran.
The Jez. Now, for those who might not know what a Sherpa is, they're a bit herp-derp about the Sherp. I told you I'd use that line.
Yeah, great line.
Jez, what is a Sherpa in the Destiny space?
Okay, so a Sherpa is basically just any experienced player who's got a bit of time and is patient and willing to walk you through any of the Destiny endgame content, because it can be quite daunting for some of the stuff,
Yeah, and I would say that there's certainly a lot of gamers like myself who, when Destiny first came out a year ago, you know, jumped into it, loved it, played it sort of every night, got to level 20, then all the light sort of, you know, leveling up sort of came into it. It started to feel a bit confusing, a bit sort of harder to level up. It could have felt more like work than play to some extent. So what's the sort of value of finding a Sherpa, and why should people like myself, who've maybe sort of stepped away from the game for a while or are just new to it, why should they try and find a Sherpa for themselves?
I think finding a Sherpa is just going to guarantee you have the best time possible in the game. Like I said, there's huge daunting raids and endgame stuff and missions, and there's all these complex systems that kind of come together. So for you to have someone just sit down and go, hey, like, do you have any questions about anything, and just walk you through whatever you want to go through, I think it's invaluable, really. I mean, like, it's obviously a galactic-sized game in a literal sense. So it can be incredibly daunting. There's so many different game types and match types and missions, the Crucible and what have you. It can be, for a new player, it can be a bit overwhelming. So absolutely, it's nice to have a guide. So for those people like myself who were perhaps in need of some guidance, need a shoulder to cry on or lean on, or I'm not sure what the expression is in this case. People looking for a Sherpa, it's probably not wise to just go into a local bar and try and find one. If you're looking for a Sherpa, where are the best places that you can sort of meet people and team up? Okay, so I've got my favorite 3. Number 1 would be r/Destiny Sherpa. Great subreddit, very active. Jump on there. There's a little bit of lingo that you have to get used to when you first get on there, but us gamers, we're all about the lingo. So you'll get on there. It's for anyone looking for a Sherpa, and anyone who wants to be a Sherpa can also just post and say, hey, I've got a bit of time. What do you want to do? I'll take you through it. So that'll be my number 1. Number 2 would be DestinyLFG.net. Fantastic website run by Planet Destiny, a great Destiny channel. And I can't recommend that highly enough. So it's more of a general website. But if you just post on there, say, hey, I'm looking for a Sherpa, you'll find someone very quickly. Everyone's very friendly. And the third and final would be r/Fireteams, another general website, but again, it's super active. You find people very easily, and everyone's really friendly, and people have time. People have time to give you, so. And
am I right in saying that you yourself were once, before you became a Sherpa, you were a Sherpee?
I was.
You were Sherped. At some point, and is that someone showing you that kind of kindness, I guess, you know, breeds it within you, and then you're more inclined to sort of help others. Is that right?
When I was a wee lad, a young guardian.
Yesterday.
So yesterday you got me. Yeah, when I was first starting out, I did the Vault of Glass, a Destiny raid, for the first time. I was Sherped by a guy. It was just a friend of one of the guys I'd randomly encountered in the world, really, and he walked us through. And let me tell you, there's one thing about the Destiny community. It's full of people who are patient and willing to walk you through any part of the game's content. And so as a result, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in gaming, hands down. So I can't recommend it enough,
Nice one. So now you know a bit more about what a Sherpa is and how to find one. Jez here is my Sherpa in life and in Destiny, ever since like about a week ago. So as part of the series, as we move forward, we're going to look at sort of the cool stuff that, you know, maybe people who just finished the story and then left the game, didn't check out. You're going to take on a raid for the first time.
We will.
And which will be interesting. And we're also going to we'll talk about The Taken King, which is the latest installment, and what's so awesome about that. So
Do join us again for all of that, but until then, for all things Destiny, stay right here, IGN.